In the wheel. So guys, what we're gonna do for red versus black, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna try. I'm talking fast because we got to do this real fast because I've been holding Sarah up for a long time. So we're back here with red versus black. Always bet on black. Now, what we are doing is what Sarah's idea was. Fact or cap. This is fact or cap. There's a couple other things that's sprinkled inside the wheel. The people that were live that were watching, I wish you'd have stuck around, but just some of you guys dipped out. But in the future, we're still gonna go play it forward with it, and in the future, I want you guys to. I'm sorry I was late. I'm sorry. All right, let me spin the damn wheel. I'm not gonna put the graphic up because I forgot to do that while you were talking. So you're just gonna hear the wheel sound, spinning. And the background, you're just gonna have to take my word for it for what number it lands on. And 28 black.
Okay, 28. Okay, this is a factor cap. The band Rush has more songs featured in video games than any other band.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. I'm gonna say fact, even though I don't know who Rush is. They sound like. That sounds like that song.
You don't know who Rush is?
I don't know. I get a rush whenever I get excited about 50 Cent, but I don't know who Rush is. I'm gonna say fact. Oh, is that song that's on the video games? That's Led Zeppelin. Who is that?
I am just in awe.
Was I right? Was it fact?
Right now. No, it is not. It's false.
Who's the number one?
Rush is a rock band, and they play so many songs. There's the Tom Sawyer.
Have they ever been featured by Bone Thugs and Harmony?
No.
Okay, then I wouldn't know.
Okay.
Look,
they were in the 1970s and 80s. The old rock band. Okay.
Yeah. Mick Jagger. Yeah, all right. Okay. Let's spinning the wheel here.
Not Mick Jagger and Rush. Not the Rush though. But that time period. Okay.
What is it? That's why I always say bet on black, guys. 17 black. What the hell? It's like I'm telling you.
Okay.
You guys would have won a lot of money.
The electric chair was invented by a dentist.
I remember. Yeah. It's
True or false?
Ooh, it's one of those weird ones because the lie detector was invented by the guy who created the Wonder Woman comic book. Bet you didn't know that. So it's probably one of those weird facts. I'm gonna say fact.
You are correct. In 1881, dentist Alfred P. Southwick witnessed a drunk man die quickly after touching a live electric generator. He soon realized that electricity could use to be a more humane alternative to hanging executions. So he invented the first electric chair in 1890.
Lost all of his patience after that day, probably. He's like, what kind of a sick man? I know how to keep these kids still.
It's a dentist.
In this chair.
No, just kidding.
Exactly. I know how to keep these kids still while I'm pulling out this cat, working on this cat.
I hope my boyfriend's not watching. He's the dentist.
Uh-oh.
He's not a sadist.
Spin the wheel. 6 black. Jeez, what the hell?
I feel like it's rigged. I feel like you didn't pull any factor or cap or do all.
Oh no! Why? Now and watch. Now that you say that, it's gonna go all the way to because I'm deleting them as we go.
Okay.
But
so 6
on black
is Alfred Hitchcock. Do you know who that is?
I do.
Okay.
Good evening.
He was frightened of eggs.
I remember you wrote that. Frightened of eggs.
Frightened of eggs.
And I want to say fact because I think I've heard that before. Is it?
It's true. He is frightened of eggs.
What was so bad about eggs?
In 1963, he was quoted saying, "I'm frightened of eggs, worse than frightened. They revolt me. The white round thing without any holes, and when you break it, inside there's a yellow thing, round, without any holes. Blood is jolly red, but egg yolk is yellow, revolting. I've never tasted it."
Okay, well no wonder he never won an Oscar for best directing. All right, 23 Red. So there, in your face.
Oh,
Think
yay.
that thought I wasn't prepared. 23 Red would be the most common Father's Day gift are socks. Fact or cap?
See, I would say a mug, but that sounds true. I could believe that. Like a coffee mug.
But is it
With
socks?
socks? Sure.
You
I could believe that.
you think that you are incorrect. The most common Father's Day gift is a tie.
Huh. I've never given my father a tie.
Have you ever given him a mug?
Yeah.
All right.
And socks.
Sweet.
Slippers. Slippers mostly. I give him slippers every year.
I always just ask for peace and quiet. 16 Red. Oh, here you go.
Here we go.
You're coming. Yeah, now it's your turn. The code in the Matrix comes from a sushi recipe. Fact or cap?
So the code, you're saying like the binary
I
code?
guess, yeah, the binary code.
Okay. Geez, I don't know that.
Is it a sushi recipe that you're reading? How far in the rabbit hole?
I would say false, just because I have no idea. I want to be wrong.
It is a fact.
Okay. I'll just keep being wrong. It's okay.
All right, let's spin the wheel. Yeah.
What sushi is it?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Unagi. Oh, who knows? All right, spin it again. 8 black.
Okay. So, the fuller the fridge, the more energy efficient it is.
I remember that. I'm like, that makes sense. An empty fridge would have to, I think, would.
So just to say to the audience, he has already seen all of my factor caps, but I didn't tell him which ones are true or false.
Right.
So maybe that's why he's doing so well.
I didn't Google it, but it makes sense. I was wrong once, wasn't I? Have I been wrong yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's because it's bet on black. I'm always correct.
The fuller the fridge, the more energy efficient it is.
It makes sense because when the food gets cold, then it starts generating cold air, I guess. So it would make the fridge have to run less, I would think. But big old block of ice in there, doesn't it stop when it hits a certain temperature?
Isn't there more stuff in there? More stuff it has to keep cold?
That's true, because if it blocks the vent, the fuller the fridge, the more. I'm going to say
Energy
true.
efficient.
I'm going to say fact.
Okay, it is true. It works like this. The more empty space in the fridge, the more the cold air is displaced by warm when you open the door, requiring the appliance to generate cool air to replace it.
So I was right. That cool air stays in there because the cold coming from the meat in there, or the body that's
from the door opening. It's the door opening, warm air rushing in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so all that cold air escaping when that sadist dentist opens the door. 30 Red. 30. You can tell a tree's age by the number of branches.
No, that's false.
That is cap. You can tell a tree's age by killing it and counting the rings inside the stump. Yeah. How did you know it was false? Because
I know that. I think everybody knows that one. The rungs on a tree.
Not too many people. Come on. I mean, I could have been right. I thought I was going to stomp you there. There you go. Boom. There you go. All right. Spinning the wheel. Oh, wait. I got to apply it before we accidentally get the same question again. And spinning. 3 Red. I thought it was black. Okay. 3 Red. 3. Sexual activities can cure migraines.
Just blanket sexual activities, or are you talking about other things?
Orgasms.
Okay. Sure. Endorphins and all of that. Yeah, I believe that. cure migraine, because migraine is technically a illness, like a long-term illness. So if you have migraines,
alleviate them. Alleviate.
So a migraine that you're currently having, not your long-term migraine issue. Okay. So yeah, sure. I believe that.
And you're right. Correct. There you go. All right, spin it again. Let me get rid of what number was that? 3?
Yes.
And all right, delete it and apply so it doesn't come back. And spinning the wheel. 2 black.
Okay. You can buy a flying bicycle.
No, it's cap.
You think so?
They did invent the flying car, but you can't really buy it. I'm gonna say a cap. You can't buy a flying bicycle. They don't exist.
British inventors John Frodin and Yannick Reed have come up with a bicycle that actually flies. The Explore Air XPLOREAIR Paravello PARAVELO, so you can go find it, is composed of a folding bicycle and lightweight trailer that contains a biofuel powered fan motor. The motor turns the fan, and with enough runway, it can reach up to 25 miles an hour and 4,000 feet in altitude.
And now, 12 red. Black Widow did not want to lift Thor's hammer because she knew she could.
No.
You're right. That was cap.
That wasn't even a little.
You didn't even hesitate. Do you remember why she didn't lift it?
No, she didn't want to.
She didn't even try. She was like, what did she say? That's not a question I need answered.
Yeah, it's a bunch of boys trying to lift a hammer. That's all
let your boys play with your hammer. That was red versus black once again, and I think I won that because I'm awesome. Because like I said, I always bet on black. But it wasn't fair.
Next time, I'm not going to give you mine, and we'll just go by the number.
Yeah, our supporters help make all this
I feel like
so make sure you check out our Patreon page so you can help us bring you the content you want.
Push the pedal to the freaking metal. I'm turned up just like heavy metal. Yo. I stay turned up on another level. Push the pedal to the freaking metal. I'm turned up just like heavy metal.